right, so our next guest here is Joey Gibson. Now, Joey Gibson is the founder of Patriot Prayer. Gibson shines a light on all injustices in the Southwest Washington area. While his focus is mainly on this area, he has been all over the country and even Hong Kong to promote freedom. Did you guys see Hong Kong when they were promoting, like, spray painting on the wall, 1776? That was awesome. All right. He believes the fight for freedom is spiritual and that all complacency is a crime. So put your hands together for Joey Gibson.
Thank you so much for bringing me out here. I appreciate it. It's great to be out here in Idaho. You guys are a lot more nice, trust me, okay? Okay, I want to say something. I want you to take this to heart. Think about this, okay? God has blessed this country with freedom. Do you hear that? Think about that. He has blessed this country with freedom, guys, and we gotta fight for it. We gotta fight for it with everything that we got. I don't know why he gave it to this country. I don't know why. I don't have that answer for it. But I know that we can fight for it, and we have to, no matter what. We've got a lot going up against us in this country right now. Who would have ever thought that in 2020 that they would suspend the Constitution overnight like that, right? They did it because they're not afraid of us. Do you understand that? They need to be afraid of us, not us afraid of them. Can I get an amen? Listen, the other day, about a week ago, when all those riots started happening all over the country, these criminals coordinating these riots all over the country, right? Anarchy, pure anarchy, law and order disappeared in those big cities. And I'm sitting there, I'm scrolling through my phone, okay? I live down in Vancouver, Washington, about 6 hours from here, okay? And I'm sitting here, and I'm seeing like about hundreds of patriots in Coeur d'Alene walking around with their rifles protecting their community, right? What a beautiful thing. That's what it's about. It is about the community, because I do not want to rely on the government. I do not want to rely on these politicians, not even law enforcement. Only we can protect our own families and our own communities. Is that right? Think about this. And as long as there was not one act of violence that day, correct? Correct? Was there any windows that were broken? Okay? I want you to think about this. As long as you respect the right for other people to peacefully march, to peacefully assemble, to have their First Amendment right, don't you ever let any liberal, any politician make you feel bad for open carrying in your town. Think about this. So when you are out there and you're open carrying, it is a deterrent. I guarantee you that you being out there, what it does is it lowers the chances of there being any violence. Do you understand that? Hey, I've been to a lot of open carry rallies and people are a lot more nice, right? A lot more polite. This is what they do. I believe this right now, okay? They are testing you, and they're testing each and every single community in this country to see how you will respond. Right now, the criminals at the top, okay, now they know how you're going to respond in your own town, right? And you're going to put fear into them. Now they know that they can't send their pawns into your town to destroy your town. This is what I'm talking about, the deterrent. This is what I'm talking about, okay? These guys are not afraid of us enough. The criminals at the top, they're not afraid, okay? But we got to go out there and make sure they understand that by any means necessary, you will protect your community, right? This is why they want you to feel bad for open carrying in your town, because they want you to be helpless, right? They want you to be helpless. They want full control. They want to be able to riot at any time that they want. Okay, think about this. The Second Amendment isn't just about pulling the trigger. The Second Amendment is about the deterrent. Do you guys understand exactly why the Japanese general in World War II, why they said they never sent ground troops, right? It's because there was a rifle behind every blade of grass. Okay? Do you understand that? That's the deterrent. And I want to talk about something. Think about this. Okay? I've been talking about this a lot. The lion. Jesus said the first time that he comes, he's coming as a sacrificial lamb. The second time, he said he's coming as a lion. Okay? It's time that the lions stand up. The lions got to stand up in this country, and the men got to stand up and be men. Stop apologizing. Stop it. I'm sick and tired of it. The lion's job is to protect his own territory, right? And to protect his cubs, to protect his family. That's his job, okay? Within that territory, if there's any sort of threat, the lion is always going to put out a loud roar, always. And the roar is always loud, and it's courageous, it is inspirational, it is spiritual, okay? And the reason why he does not half-ass it, the reason why he roars so loud is because he knows that he wants to scare off that threat, right? He doesn't want to get into a fight. He doesn't want that blood, because those fights are brutal. I don't know if you've ever seen lions fight. It's brutal. It doesn't matter if you win it or not. You can get seriously injured, okay? This is the thing, is that Most of the time, that lion, when he roars loud enough and he's courageous enough, he scares off that threat. If he doesn't, then he has to go and he has to take care of that threat right then, right there, okay? This is our problem in our country. This is our problem in our country. We don't have enough people standing up and letting the government know that we will protect our communities. That is the biggest problem that we have in our country. So many people staying in their houses, remaining silent. I can't tell you how many patriots constitutionalists said, oh, excuse my language, but when shit hits the fan, then I'm going to do something. No, we need to take action right now to make sure that doesn't happen. Okay? Right now. Right now. There's a million excuses in the world to not stand up. There's a million. None of them are valid anymore. None of them are valid anymore. Oh, think about what 2020 and where it's going. I'm telling you, 2020 is going to get crazier. You think 2020's been crazy? Just wait. Just wait. Okay? This is the time right now. Right now, okay? And I was talking about this earlier. Like, I'm glad that I get to be alive through this. I'm glad that I get to experience 2020 and what we're going through. I'm glad that I get to participate. This is one of the biggest moments in history in the United States of America. Ask yourself, how much do you want to participate in this history? How much? Because I'm telling you, we can save this country. We can do it. We can do it. We got everything going up against us. It seems like that. We got everything going up against us, okay? But you got to keep your faith. Keep your faith. I'm telling you, when you believe in God, you can accomplish anything. You can accomplish anything. You can save this country. It is so hard for me when I watch the news. I get so negative. Okay, I see so much hatred. I see it is so divided. I feel like we have the media's all up against us, right? We have a million agencies up against us. We got social media censoring us like crazy. We got so much up against us, but ladies and gentlemen, we still got God. We still got God. Do you understand that? My faith in God is the only thing that keeps me going. The only thing, ladies and gentlemen. All my courage to be able to get up every single day, no matter what they throw at me personally, no matter how much they attack me, how many lawsuits, okay, how many felonies they want to charge me with, it doesn't matter because I believe God has a plan for me and for this country. Can I get an amen? I've been down in, one of the things I've been thinking about a lot, okay? So I kind of started a little bit crazy, okay? I was like a wrecking ball. I was going to these far left cities because I basically was like, I have a right to be here, okay? I have a right to stand up for freedom in God. You are not allowed to attack me. You're not allowed to intimidate me. You cannot kick me out of the city, okay? And that's what I originally started to do. And over time, as I started to learn and grow, I started to understand I gotta protect my own community. These cities are gonna burn down, okay? These big cities. These big cities are gonna burn down, I believe it. I don't want it, I'm not hoping for it, okay? But they're gonna get what they asked for. They've been pushing it and pushing and pushing for their ideology, okay? Seattle and Portland, they've been pushing for it. They're gonna get what they asked for, okay? Fine, they're gonna do that. But we gotta protect our own constitutional counties. Do you understand that? You gotta bunker down here. Bunker down here in Idaho, protect your community at a local level as much as you possibly can. Because I'm here to tell you, it doesn't matter what they do at a federal level, state level, whatever. Take your county and claim it. It's yours. It's yours. It is the people's. It's nobody else's. It doesn't matter what they do. One of the best examples that I give all the time, I travel the country and I talk about Prince River, Idaho all the time. You guys remember when Matt Shea and the sheriff, right, and they protected the veteran, okay? I'm seeing them stealing guns, using red flag laws, stealing guns from people like in Seattle. Nobody stands up for them, whatever, okay? The VA is going around stealing guns when Obama was in office, going around taking guns unconstitutionally, no due process, nothing. This is the thing, they just expect you guys to just comply, right? Just comply, just comply, just comply. Same thing with the lockdown, just comply, even though it's unconstitutional, okay? They tell a veteran in Prince River, Idaho that they're gonna go and take his guns, right? The sheriff, Matt Shea, and about 100 citizens stand up in the front door and tell them, go, no, you're not gonna come here. Don't get a warrant. That is the federal government, right? That's the federal government, that's my point. Bunker down and claim your territory. That's my point. And you gotta change the way that you think. You gotta change the way that you think. This government only has the authority that you give them. That's right. Right? Right? It is psychological. They will push and push and push as long as you allow them to push. But when you take a stand, okay, they will run, okay? Because they are cowards. They are cowards. They hide behind their agencies and their money, their guns, whatever it may be. But listen, this is the thing that we have, is we have each other. We have each other. This is what we got. And we have to fight for one another. The other day, okay, I get a call from Olympia, Washington. A mother is in the hospital, okay, giving birth, okay. They take that baby, as soon as born, they take that baby, they rip it from her, they take it from her because they said the mom tested positive for COVID-19. Imagine that. Her first baby, guys. And the state comes in and rips that baby from her because she has COVID. Look, first of all, I don't mean to get too logical, but she's been carrying that baby in her stomach for 8 months, right? Okay? Second of all, COVID-19 is not even a danger, but that's a whole separate thing. For 2 days, she didn't even get to see her baby. She was in tears, right? Heartbroken. Imagine how hard that is. And the thing that bugs me is that when a baby it has a connection with her mother, right? Has a connection. And then when she's born, right? And to just be taken from her, right? The baby's, that's gonna break that baby, in my opinion. But here's the thing, the state comes in, separates that baby. Dude, this is not communist Russia, this is not China, the state does not have a right to do that, okay? So she makes a call, Kelly Stewart makes a call, right? We get about 100 people up to that hospital like within a couple hours, out front, right? And listen, all we are is a bunch of families. Okay, there's probably like 10 babies out there, right? And a bunch of kids, moms, dads, whatever. All of us standing out there with signs and flags. It's so simple. But here's the thing, is that the hospital got scared, right? They don't want that. They don't want that attention, because if that first hour you have that many people there, guess what? Every single day you're gonna get more people and more people and more people. And I'm telling you, that is the key. That is the key. As soon as we make the declaration, we declare in our own minds that we will fight for justice, okay, we will fight for freedom, and we will fight for one another. We don't have to worry about what this government's gonna do. Do you understand me? I believe, okay, I'm gonna finish with this, okay? I believe that the future of this country is in our hands. It is in our hands. God will help us as much as we're willing to fight. Do you understand that? God, let me say that again. God will help us as much as we're willing to fight. He will not lift one finger if you're not willing to sacrifice, if you're not willing to bleed, okay? Think about this. When the enemy's at the gates, right? You got to protect the castle. The enemy's at the gates, okay? Are you going to go and run and hide with the women and children, okay? Because we've got a lot of men who do that. Or are you going to go out and fight for that castle? And to bleed for that castle, guys. Because I'm telling you, if you just stand down, just open up those gates and just allow them to come in, God's not going to do anything, right? But if we're willing to bleed and sacrifice for this country, for freedom, for justice, I'm telling you, He will work miracles. He will. I've seen it. If you put out the work, go out there, no matter how small it may be. I don't care what it is. Go out there. Go do something. Go do something, put out the energy, God will see it, and He will bend the universe to help you. Do you understand that? That's how powerful He is. If you believe in yourself, okay? If you believe in your ability to change this world, okay, then you're starting to understand what God is really about, okay? Because He built you to come down here to change this world. Why else would He build you? Do you think He just built you to come down here and watch Netflix, sit in your house all day? Huh? Do you think that's what it, or was it to come down here and to change people, to change the world, guys? Okay? I'm telling you, through the power of Jesus Christ, through the power of Jesus, we can do anything in this country, guys. We can do anything. Believe it. Believe it. Guys, God bless each and every single one of you, and thank you so much for having me up here. I appreciate it.